If you've ever wondered what would happen if Honda suddenly decided to step into the luxury battlefield with a machine bold enough to challenge the big names, well, buckle up. Because the 2026 Honda Legend Elite SUV isn't just a new model, it's Honda stepping out of the shadows and dropping something almost nobody saw coming. And trust me, this thing doesn't whisper luxury, it radiates it. Think Acura refinement, think Lexus-level calmness, mixed with Honda reliability and a whole new design confidence we haven't seen from them in years. And today, we're taking a full walk-around of this machine. Back, left, right, interior, engine, price, and of course, the final verdict. So let's get into the 2026 Honda Legend Elite SUV, and why some people are already comparing it to the Lexus RX, the BMW X5, and even the Genesis GV80. Right from the moment I saw it in this insane gray-blue finish, I froze. Not because it's loud or overstyled, but because it carries that rare kind of presence, the presence only a few SUVs ever achieve. It's calm, it's composed, but it grabs your attention instantly, like someone with powerful energy who walks into a room without saying a single word. Honda didn't just design this SUV, they sculpted it. And if you've followed Honda for years, you know this is not their usual play. Let's start at the back because that's where this SUV hits an unexpected emotional note. The rear end is wide, planted, and incredibly balanced. Honda didn't go crazy with chrome or oversized badges. Instead, you get a sleek LED light bar running across the tail, subtle, premium, almost European in its attitude. It reminds me a bit of the Audi Q8 and the GV80, but with a calmer, more elegant flair. The bumper sits cleanly under a slightly extended roof spoiler, giving the Legend Elite a tight, athletic finishing line. It looks expensive, and more importantly, it feels expensive even before you touch it. Moving to the left side, the shape becomes even more hypnotic. There's a long, continuous shoulder line stretching from the front to the taillights, carrying a gentle tension that makes the SUV look like it's always in motion. Honda finally ditched the safe, predictable outlines they've been repeating for years. The doors curve inward just slightly, enough to catch and play with the light, especially in this gray-blue paint. And these wheels, wow. They're beautifully machined, well-proportioned, and unlike so many SUVs today, they're not oversized for the sake of drama. Honda hit the sweet spot, elegance without exaggeration. On the right side, you really feel the balance of the design. There's nothing unnecessary, no fake vents, no aggressive cuts, no overdone plastics, just clean, controlled body lines crafted with intention. In a world where every SUV tries to look like it's ready for a movie explosion, this one stands out by being confident and mature. It's the kind of design you appreciate more the longer you look at it. That's rare. That's thoughtful. That's the Honda we've been waiting to see. Now let's step inside, because the interior of the 2026 Honda Legend Elite SUV might just be the biggest shock of all. Open the door and you're greeted not by typical Honda practicality, but by something genuinely elevated. The cabin hits you with warmth, quiet luxury, and a sense of personal space you don't normally get in this segment. The leather seats feel high-end, with detailed stitching flowing along the contours like something from a boutique car maker. The color scheme is subtle and calming, nothing flashy, everything intentional. The steering wheel is thicker and more sculpted than anything Honda has offered before. It feels like it belongs in a luxury GT car rather than an SUV. In front of you, the digital cluster animates with layered graphics that feel more like artwork than an instrument display. And the infotainment screen sits perfectly aligned, crisp, and elegant without drowning the dashboard. But what really impressed me is the flow of the cabin. The dashboard merges into the doors wrap into the rear panels, and the panoramic roof stretches the entire ambience open. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't overwhelm. It just creates a sanctuary. The ambient lighting is subtle, almost hidden, glowing from under the trim pieces like soft pulses of color. You know how Mercedes and BMW interiors sometimes scream for attention. The Legend Elite whispers, and somehow it feels even more premium. Then you start driving it and suddenly everything clicks. The ride quality is incredibly smooth, not floaty, not soft, just balanced. And that's the best way to describe how the chassis behaves: balanced, confident, grounded. The hybrid powertrain delivers its energy in this clean, polished wave. No sudden jolts, no artificial sounds, just effortless torque and seamless transitions. You glide, and the SUV seems to glide with you. Compared to a Lexus RX, this feels calmer. Compared to a BMW X5, this feels more serene. Compared to a Genesis GV80, this feels lighter, more intuitive. Honda tuned the steering for clarity, not heaviness. You feel connected without feeling burdened, and that's a driving trait most luxury SUVs completely forget. Take it through corners and the body stays composed. There's weight, sure, it's a sizable SUV, but the way it manages that weight is impressive. Controlled roll, strong grip, clean steering feedback. You're not fighting the vehicle, you're flowing with it. At night, oh man, the gray-blue paint transforms into something deeper and more dramatic. The interior lighting turns the cabin into a soft, glowing cocoon. And because the SUV is so quiet, nighttime drives start feeling almost meditative. It's the kind of vehicle that makes you take the long way home just to stay inside a little longer. Now let's talk power. The 2026 Honda Legend Elite SUV runs a refined hybrid system, a mix of electric torque and gasoline strength that pushes the SUV with quiet authority. Honda hasn't released final horsepower numbers yet, but insiders say it's competitive with the Lexus RX 350h and even some European rivals. You get efficiency, but you also get presence. And the way this hybrid delivers power feels more sophisticated than anything Honda has done before. Then there's the price. Honda is expected to position the Legend Elite below the Lexus RX and far below the BMW X5, while offering features and refinement that punch way above its category. That means you're getting genuine premium feel without having to spend premium luxury money. And honestly, if Honda prices this right, it could become one of the smartest luxury SUV purchases of the year. So here's the final verdict. The 2026 Honda Legend Elite SUV isn't loud. It isn't trying to dominate with brute force or flashy gimmicks. It's legendary in the quiet way, the kind of legendary that builds a connection over time. It's a machine that stays with you after the drive. Honda didn't just build another SUV. They built something soulful, something elegant, something emotionally grounded, and this gray-blue beauty. It's a sign that Honda is ready to challenge the luxury world in a whole new way. If you enjoyed this full breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Motor Verdict Meter for more deep dive reviews. And tell me in the comments, do you think the Honda Legend Elite SUV just changed the luxury SUV game?